A lot of businesses are struggling to find employees, but our next guest help. Rika Brandon is a recruiting and hiring expert that helps small businesses find and hire the team members that they need. Welcome back to North Dakota Today.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, well, this is a real thing. We didn't make up this story. Like finding employees, even here, we're looking for people here at Valley News Live in North Dakota Today. Can you kind of give us an overview of what the needs are out there right now?
Yeah, they are vast and varied, from retail workers, servers, people who are in entry-level positions in professional spaces, all the way up to the senior leadership, because we're having a lot of boomers leave the workforce. So succession planning is a real thing where it's coming due, and so companies are feeling a lot of crunches from that entry level all the way up to that executive level.
I mean, just on my level, I feel like I go to a restaurant and I see that they are struggling to find help. It's not just not having great help, it's not having enough help.
Exactly, yep. We're beyond looking for the perfect candidate. We're looking for the right candidate.
Any warm body.
Yes.
Any warm body will do sometimes.
Don't go quite that far,
okay,
but really
that's
close.
Not what you want to hear. That's right. Okay, so what do people need to know about getting quality applicants? Because I just joked about a warm body. That's not what you want.
Right. But again, let's be real. Sometimes we do kind of need a warm body. We just want to get, one that's excited to be there. Otherwise, they're just going to not show up in 3 days. So what the main thing that I'd like to share with small business owners, managers, and entrepreneurs is that when we look at hiring, lots of times, and it's been hard to hire in the Valley for a long time. But one of the things that I think people forget, because nobody has a hiring class, nobody has it, like this is how you recruit class. So they don't realize that you really need to look at it like attraction-based recruiting. And so that's a term that, I've been an executive recruiter for a long time, since 2001, that is used by people who are professionals at recruiting and hiring. And it's just so important that you're really using that attraction. And I think, those hiring struggles that you just shared are so great. Like when people wonder, why is it so hard to hire? It's because we have baby boomers retiring in droves. Everybody's heard that saying about 10,000 people are turning 65 every day for a period of 10 years roughly. And so what happened with COVID is that it just accelerated that so much, right? Because it's like, hey, I'm close enough to that number, or this feels like a lot of work, and I'm this close to retirement, or it's not worth my health. So we saw a lot of, people who were close to retirement that maybe their employer thought they had a few more years leave. And then 850,000 women, and that's like from a month or two ago, it might have been higher, women left the workforce because of childcare and school concerns and health care, like caring for people. And we're not sure how they're all coming back. So, those are big things, as well as the excitement of the fact that the gig and freelance economy, and like the fact, like, for example, the servers and, tellers, we were just talking about that outside, it's like they grew up in a world where YouTubers are making a ton of money and there's people on Etsy. So they're starting to look at other ways other than just that traditional job. That was a long answer.
So you're the expert, but so what's the secret? Can you share the secret to getting those people in the door?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think that secret is that attraction-based recruiting I started talking about, where you need to try harder. I mean, in a nutshell, you need to try harder because, it's not exactly the right thing, but think of it as dating, right? We want to be able to reject them as long as possible. So we want to make sure that they want us as long as we want them. And so with that, that's using job ads instead of job descriptions. So out there, if you're posting your job description, please don't. Like, turn it into a job ad, made it like get a little bit more, put on your marketing hat or ask marketing for help. And you'll see that you'll get a lot more interest in applications from people with that simple tweak. So
interesting. Make sure to tell and sell. That's kind of part of what you just said.
Yes, absolutely. So what happens is we get very busy telling. We're telling them, hey, do this, do that. And it's like, wait, hang on, we need to sell. And so it's one little letter and it is a huge difference. So we want to tell, in a job ad, we want to tell and sell about our company. So, all that great stuff, you're family owned, you've been around since 1850, whatever it is, that's great. But now we want to sell it. Like, why is this the place to work? Like, what's great about working here? Is it that it's like a family friendly culture? Is it that the culture is amazing? Is it that there's lots of opportunity for growth? Things like that, flexible schedules. And then we want to tell and sell about the opportunity, because what is a challenge and dreadful to somebody else is exciting to the right person. Like I always say, nobody should hire me as an engineer, right? Attention to detail is terrible, right? If you need a talker, there I am. But I don't want to get hired as an engineer because I don't actually want that job. So keep in mind that you, as an HR manager and owner writing the job ad, you got to put yourself in that shoe, that person who's going to thrive in that role, and really speak to them and use words they're going to resonate with.
Okay, we've talked to you for like 2 minutes. I'm like, that totally makes sense, and that's what we need to do, and the different platforms as well. And you have some free advice and some different things. So how can people get more from you than this 5 minutes we're spending together?
Yeah, absolutely. So rickabrandon.com, and then if you go to rickabrandon.com/hiring hacks. So, excuse me, hiring-hacks, I apologize.
Is that right there?
Yep. All right, perfect. So that is an ebook of all of my favorite tips. It actually goes into the job ad in a little bit more detail and talks about that tell and sell. It also talks about 10 seconds to review a resume and then ways to automate it. Because one of the things that happens with smaller businesses is they're doing everything manually. And it's just hard to do stuff manually. I mean, it's just slow and it's 2021. Come on, we don't have to do that. So that I would highly recommend to anyone who's trying to hire better, because it is all of my favorite tips and tricks, and it's in an ebook you can download, print off, have right there. And then also I have a free Facebook group that is facebook.com/groups and then /recruit retain rock. So,
okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, lots of platforms to find it, whether you're on Facebook or not, and really we all win in this too. So
absolutely. When you help connect to the right company with the right person, everybody's happy.
I love it. Ricka, great conversation today.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Something we're all seeing. Stay with us. Coming up here on North Dakota Today, we're checking in with Comfort Keepers. Stay with us.